Tony alert! No one's wearing any Christmas gear.
I was about to compliment. I think that was your top hat, right, lady?
Yes, my top hat is Frosty the Top Hat.
Oh.
I have the Christmas pickaxe.
Yeah,
Really?
I still have that too. The ice one.
How do I get one of those?
You should have it in your wardrobe or whatever.
Oh. I wonder if I have one. I wonder if I have it.
If we survive, next round is on me.
Oh. It's a big old cabin.
Oh yeah, I think I do.
Are these bad guys?
Lady. I don't know.
I'm shooting them.
Yes, I do believe. What are we collecting today?
We are refining.
Oh no, do we like refining?
Oh, hell yeah. I don't mind it. Because it's basically Maddie's job.
Yep.
I guess I have to look for gunk seeds. Those are usually on the ceiling, right?
I get Maddie's way.
That's okay.
A lot of flying things here.
I fell down.
Lady, did you watch the Mario movie yet?
No, should I? Is it good?
Oh, I'm
So
down.
that you can
Please.
relate to all the youths.
The
The
Utes.
youths!
The Utes. Did you ever see My Cousin Biddy?
Yeah, we watched the Mario movie like last week.
What'd you think?
So
Here's the thing.
now, okay, so Chris, you're not like a Mario guy, right?
No, I've never really been a Nintendo guy.
Okay, so give your synopsis first, and then I'll give mine.
I thought it was fun. I thought I remember saying before it's a very interesting literal take on the video game. Like I've seen video game movies before, and they're usually kind of loosely based on the characters and the story. But this Mario movie was like, okay, now we're doing the racing section. Now we're doing the Smash Bros. Section.
Right.
Oh, so I might actually understand the movie then?
Sure. And
It's pretty easy to follow, yeah.
I'm not saying that in a bad way. I've just never seen a
Right.
video game movie like that before.
Who was starring in it again?
Chris Pratt
Chris Pratt.
And Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny.
and Anya Taylor-Joy.
Oh, no.
Who's that?
Did you watch The Queen's Gambit?
No.
Yes.
Oh, she's the one with the super wide eyes.
Yes.
She's
She
the
looks like a fish.
getting down with that praying mantis look, or
Oh yeah, that.
if you
And,
sleep with her, she'll kill you afterward, though.
Seth Rogen is Donkey Kong.
Everyone wants to be in it.
Yep.
Okay, did anyone see the Barbie movie?
Not yet.
Lindsay did.
Did
What
she
did
like
Lindsay think about it?
She wasn't too fussed.
it? It was just kind of whatever. It's a movie.
You know, I usually rate them better than I thought or not as good as I thought. So would Lindsay have said better than she thought or not as good?
I just don't think it was what she expected. I think it was a bit too political. Like she wanted something a bit dumb and entertaining, and it ended up
Right.
being like a heavy-handed message.
I guess that's fair, yeah.
Not that she necessarily agrees or disagrees with whatever the political message is, just that
Didn't really need to think about it, kind of thing. Just wanted it to be fun.
she's ready for a plastic Barbie movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as I wanted.
Oh, you did see it then?
Yeah. Yep. So it was not as good.
Chris, do you like the Ghostbuster movies?
I like the first one.
Did you see the newest one, the Afterlife one?
No.
We watched it on Halloween.
I'm surprised you didn't watch it when it first came out.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it. Okay, what did you think of it? Is it better than you thought or not as good as you thought?
It was.
Okay, so
Uh-oh, I'm down. I need
To me,
some
it was
help.
better than I thought it would be.
That's good.
yeah, it was actually far better than I thought it was gonna be.
Really?
It was actually like good. So
Because you're quite critical of the Ghostbuster. Thank you.
well,
all
so
the-
so here's the thing. Like, I've for years I've been saying, I was like, oh, you know what? Okay, if they ever do kind of do like a passing of the torch type of thing, like they bring Ghostbusters back, and they should do it kind of like Star Trek, where it's like, okay, here's the new cast, and then, you know, fucking Leonard Nimoy is handing the torch to the new guy type of thing, right? Let's pass the torch to a new generation, and then if more movies become of it, then great, right? So I was just expecting kind of like a cash in kind of bullshit, but it seems like they actually did like a pretty good job of it. This is gonna be spoilers.
No.
Actually, you know what? Maybe I just won't say anything about it. It was good. I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
They literally, there's one key thing that I've literally been saying that they needed to do if they ever made this Pass the Torch movie, and they did exactly it. So I felt very I don't think vindicated's the right word, but like
Satisfied.
I was very happy.
Yes.
Yeah, like I was very happy with the way that it was done, and yeah. Look, it's set me up for hopefully the following ones are good, because now we have that new trailer.
Well, I must see it.
Lindsay made me watch The Exorcist for the first time.
The new one or the original?
The original.
The original is so scary.
It was good. Obviously dated. I definitely appreciate it. You watch something like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and it's just so tame by today's standards.
Right.
But you understand, like, within the context of when it first came out, it would have been really, really messed up.
Yeah.
Ordering ammo on ping. Okay, so before we go back to the Mario movie, let me ask, what is the timeline for not spoiling things? I don't know how to phrase that better.
I guess it depends what it is.
Pretty much it's the next day where I work. Everyone starts talking about it.
Well, so if it's something genuinely timeless, like Psycho or The Wicker Man, I really wouldn't want to spoil something like that for you. But if it's something kind of disposable, like a TV show, you know, you give a couple weeks if they're going to watch it, and then, you know, it's on them if they accidentally hear something.
So I was kind of thinking the same thing. So I'm just going to use like Game of Thrones as an example, even though I know nothing about it and have not watched it. If somebody was like, if I was like, hey, yo, so Game of Thrones, Red Wedding, and they're like, wait, don't spoil it, I haven't seen it. I'll be like, dude, you've had like 10 years. Like, that's on you at this point. If you wanted to see it, you would have seen it by now.
Well, so if it's a conversation where it's just you and them, and they say, please don't spoil it, then you respect that. That's fine.
But if it's like a group setting or something?
Yeah, so when we were watching Game of Thrones live, you know, we were going to the office every single day, and you would talk to your colleagues about it the day after.
Right.
And the rule was 24 hours. Like the second day after the episode, you're allowed to talk freely in the office about it.
Like, I think 24 hours is actually really good of you guys, because I feel like most people are like, no, you gotta give me like a year, I'm so behind, I DVR everything.
I would say a week, max a week, because if you missed last week, so usually it's on again like an hour before for some shows.
And then like to go back to the, like, if it's a like a one-on-one conversation and they're like, yo, don't spoil it, I haven't seen it yet, you bet your fucking ass I am bothering you about that every day from now on. You better get your shit together. You have had 10 years to watch the Red Wedding. Fucking get on it, man. You cannot expect the world to wait for you. So 24 hours, I think that's like actually far less than most people would say.
Well, so I guess a lot of the fun of Game of Thrones was being able to talk to people about it, though.
Right.
I never watched it, but a lot of people at my workplace did.
Oh, I mean, everyone watched Game of Thrones.
I also think Game of Thrones is, again, not that I've seen it, I think the writing is kind of shit.
Yeah.
Because it's the same fucking gimmick every time. Every time people are like, "Oh, did you see who died?" And it's like, dude, like, are you still surprised that they're killing characters off?
No, no
Like,
one's
it gets
surprised.
old after a while.
No, no one's surprised the characters are dying. They're surprised. It's the setup and the payoff.
Ramming speed.
I don't know how to quantify that, because I'm thinking like, is that really about? Yeah, you're probably right. That isn't so much about the surprise, but it's like, it's just okay. So my problem then is the phrasing of the sentence, where it's like, yo, did you see how this happened, as opposed to, yo, did you know that they did this and so died?
And they really
like-
do blindside you a lot of the time with some of the deaths, and that's what makes it so exciting.
But like, after the 5th time, is it really blindsiding?
I mean, yeah,
Let's get it hooked up to the refinery.
the writing of the show that you haven't watched is really genuinely good for the first 3 or 4 seasons.
It's just like, if somebody kicked me in the nuts like 5 times, like in a row, I would not be surprised if they did it a 6th time. You know what I mean?
But it's not the same thing every time. Like, I understand that you're being reductionist and just saying it's someone dying. But
Yes, absolutely.
that's not what it is.
So anyway, going back to the Mario movie. How do you like that segue? I felt like the Mario movie as a movie was fine.
Yeah.
It was fine. I really wholeheartedly feel like they focused on the wrong things. Like, does anybody give a shit about like Mario's origin story? Okay, let me rephrase. It feels like they wrote a movie, and the Mario world is just the environment that they put around a script they already had. Because like, I like, they never cover this in any of the games. Like, nobody gives a shit that he came from Brooklyn and he actually was a plumber. Like, they tried to do that in the movie. Like, they covered that in the movie back in the 90s, and that was like a fucking catastrophic failure. Like, I just don't think we need it.
Unnecessary.
You've been doing 30 years of games where you don't talk about it. Like, just give us Mario doing Mario things. Let us be happy about it. Like, we don't give a shit that he came from Brooklyn and he used to be a plumber. I don't know. I just feel like they focused on the wrong part of his life, I guess. And then also, like, I felt his and Peach's, like, because again, you in the Mario games, you play as Mario and he's like super fucking awesome and he beats Bowser every time, blah blah blah. I felt like they had the archetypes for him and Peach so backward, like where Peach is like super badass and stuff and he's just a bumbling idiot. And like, I get that's kind of what you have to do nowadays,
Yeah.
but like, it's just we're ignoring that the fact, you know, Peach has been sitting in a castle waiting to be rescued for like 30 years, right?
Hey, if I was in a castle, I wouldn't be sitting around waiting to be rescued.
But definitely my bigger issue is I do not give a fuck about his backstory. Just like, set it up quick. Hey, this is Mario. This is Peach. Bowser's bad. Let's watch them do some cool shit. Because the actual movie was fine. I just take issue with the premise of it.
I just don't care enough about it.
I guess that's also kind of my point, is like, I don't give a shit about this.
I like the sequence where he was doing the platforming on the like the construction site in Brooklyn.
Dude, yeah, that was great. And you know what? Like, the details like that were awesome. The little references in the backgrounds were great. Even in the music, fantastic. Really well done. Why did they pick him at the start of the movie, him being a plumber? Who gives a shit? Like, but he's like not really. For 30 years, I've never seen him fix one drain. And so like, I was really mad about the Chris Pratt casting, but after seeing that this is the direction they're going again, like the fucking first movie wasn't awful, I get why they did it, right? If it was just a Mario movie, use the Mario guy, right? I don't know his name.
Oh, I'm dead.
But the fact that they're doing, you know, the background and he's just a normal human and blah, 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 yeah, I get it. Also thought Jack Black did a great job as Bowser.
Yes, incredible.
I could have done without his song.
Yeah, the song was just like, what the fuck was that?
It was fun.
It was, oh, Jack Black is in. We need a song.
That's what it felt like, yeah. I think that's about it. I was just disappointed with what they picked to make the movie about, and then the rest of the movie was great.
And then going back to Oppenheimer, Jesus Christ, it was like the most famous person you've ever seen every 5 seconds.
I don't know why these famous people star in these movies that aren't good.
Money? I don't
Yeah,
know.
because I knew it'd be
Yeah, that's-
publicity.
But they're famous. They have a lot of money from all the movies.
What do you mean they don't need the money? When has anyone ever not needed money?
But they could pick better scripts. They get scripts all the time.
Because they knew it
Greed
was
is
going to
a
be
wild
huge.
thing.
How do they know it's going to be huge? It could be a terrible movie and not make any money, so they didn't get any money.
That's
I feel
all.
like we're getting back into the territory of like greed and all that shit, right?
I think if I was famous, I'd read the scripts very carefully and not star in any I think that aren't going to be any good. You're not going to make money anyways.
Because they're greedy.
I'm sorry,
I
Mr.
ordered ammo.
Weinstein. I can't be in Barbie. I've got too much money. So you're excited for the Nintendo Cinematic Universe?
Not if that's how they started.
Oh, wow.
Next, they're gonna be like, oh, you know, Donkey Kong, one time, you know, his origin story. He was King Kong, holding Pauline at the top of a tower, and Jumpman came to save the day, and now he's just in Smash Bros. I don't know, like,
I think Disney already kind of did the Donkey Kong movie.
was it called King Kong?
Wreck-It Ralph.
Ah, yeah, okay, fair enough. I would have accepted either answer. And then Bowser's origin story will just be like, he was a turtle in a pet shop or something, right? Then his owner was fucking the little girl from Finding Nemo. Also, I don't really care about spoilers, and I feel like I'm the only person on the planet that has that built into me.
I think that's a shame.
Like, for me, spoilers are like, it reminds me of the days where you were a kid on the playground and somebody's like, yo, did you hear? If you beat fucking Star Fox Adventure 3 times, you can go down on the planet with his blaster. And then you'd be like, whoa, I can't wait to see that shit. That's dope. So, like, I just feel like I have a different perspective than literally everybody on the planet.
I don't think... Well, like, generally you have a twist that becomes the spoiler. I don't think twists are necessarily about telling other people about them. I think it's just about being pleasantly surprised. Or shocked.
I guess, but like, even if you told me what it was, I would still be excited in the moment, be like, oh, here it comes, this is it, here it is.
Really?
Yeah, and then, but everybody else is like, ah, they spoiled it, I'm gonna just, that's the end of my life, I need to reset and start over.
That's me.
That's what I was gonna say. Did you play Red Dead Redemption, the first one?
Nay.
So, acquaintance of mine at the time spoiled the ending of that for me, and I haven't spoken to him since, and it's been like 20 years. Well, it's been like 15 years.
I mean, to me, that's valid.
I have to say, I also don't care if people spoil things for me.
Really?
So that's where you got it from.
Yeah, you're the only other person on the planet that relates to me in that regard.
That's so sad. So, Maddie, what's your, well, without spoiling, what is your favorite thing that has a spoilable moment in it?
Well, it would
Hello, thank
be
you.
like the Dark Tower series.
Okay. Which part of the Dark Tower series?
The
I mean, not at the end. Oh, I actually never made it to the end.
Well, don't spoil it for us, just in case.
Nope, I
No.
won't. I get very angry with spoilers. My brother's girlfriend at the time spoiled Dexter for me, and I was very angry. How dare we leave Lady behind, of all people? You got dropped in your head.
Jeez, 406 kills. When I was a kid, my dad told me that at the end of ET, when he's in the field and he's, the aliens come down to pick him up again, my dad told me that a farmer runs out with a pitchfork and stabs him.
Oh my god.
And of course, I watched the movie and that doesn't happen.
So we're,
I hope you were 30.
I hope I was what?
30.
30. I think it was probably like 9 or 10 or something.
and were you disappointed?
I was very confused, I think.
You're like, wait, when does it happen? After the credits, it happens.
Just take your sweet time, old lady. I've got all day.